Hey, this is Jamal with Call a Brother Podcast. Two co-hosts here, Mike and Jesse.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
Are back.
Yes, we are.
Episode 4.
Episode 4 in the bag.
In episode 4. We are here again. We promised we'd come back a little sooner than last time, and that's what we're doing. We're here to give you more entertainment, more tech, and more life advice. And
more me.
Okay, yeah, more you. All right, here we go again. I mean, last time you tried to make yourself center of attention. You gonna do that again this time?
I mean, I
you don't know. He don't know how not to do it.
I appreciate it. I just appreciate it.
It's always about him, man.
Hey,
bigger segments, all that.
I thank my brothers. I appreciate that.
Thank you. I don't know if I appreciate you
man.
doing this yourself.
I think you just pick whatever segment you want to do, and I got this.
I mean, y'all bless me, and I appreciate the blessing.
No problem.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Like always, we start off with Mike telling us a little bit about life and a little bit of like what we're going to be doing, and we're recording this in January, so everybody should be receiving their W-2s. Mike's going to talk to a little bit about
2018.
Taxes. So, Mike, what you got?
Well, I got tax season is here, man. It's almost here. You know, deadline's usually in April. Just wanted to talk about what we do. Like, how do you
ball out?
How do you handle your taxes? Who handles your taxes? Do you let a company go and do the taxes for you, or do you do them on your own? Does your wife or your husband take care of the tax plan for you and get that all together? Do you give back? So I just wanted to bring that conversation out to you guys, just to kind of get some feedback on how you handle your taxes and your situation and what you've heard. So, Jesse, my man, why don't you give me some feedback?
You know me. Normally when I get my taxes, I go on to the garage, man. Let them go ahead and punch them on in and give me my little pesos, and I'm off and spending. You know.
So if I could translate, that means you have a tax guy. He handles all your paperwork, and then you use it for, I'm guessing, spinners for your vehicle? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we'll call it spinners.
Okay.
We'll say
that. And what's a garage man?
Oh, you know, that's that backyard man that you go to that can go ahead and maybe crunch a little something extra, you know, that you ain't supposed to have.
You got 2 or 3 kids you didn't know you had.
Right. There we go.
Okay,
I mean, I can't put it out there. I had an IRS man at my door.
Okay. So don't get audited.
Please don't get audited.
Right.
Not on Call Brothers number.
All right. So that's who you use to do your taxes. Anybody that knocks on the door and says, "I'll do your taxes," that's what you.
You got a guy.
Man, I got a guy.
That's your guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got me another guy. They got me a guy.
Got a guy. Okay.
That's cool, man.
What about you, Jamal?
I do my own taxes. I talked to a pastor in like 2010, and he said he got like TurboTax.
Mm-hmm.
And I just do it. And then for the first 2 years, my wife didn't trust it, right? She's like, we should be getting more back. So we take all our W-2s to like, you know, Quicken or what are those places? Hewlett, you know. Tax places in Walmart.
Jackson Hewitt.
There we go.
Yeah.
And they're just doing what I'm doing, and then we get the same number back.
Computer.
And exactly.
Did you get them $80?
Charge you like $800 plus.
We'll just take that from your. No, you won't. I'm gonna take this and go home. And they're like, wait, you're not gonna. And then by that time, I'm already in the car.
Right.
So, yeah, I've been doing it myself since about 2010, and I love it.
Okay, so when you do it yourself, is it easy to do? Do you do a lot of itemizing? Do you guys give a lot, and you do a lot of goodwill, maybe taking some of those receipts and you do that and include them as well?
We do. My wife regularly cleans out my closet for T-shirts I don't wear, and then we get rid of furniture and tech, especially with the babies. They're growing out of a lot of things. And then they'll give us a sheet at like a Goodwill or thrift store for our taxes, and we fill it out, and we do that. We also give to church too, as you do, Mike, and you get your you get your W-2. What is that called?
Statement
back from church about what you've been given. Yeah, so that's what we do, man. And it feels good doing it myself. And I don't fear that I'm not getting enough because it seems to work out.
Yeah, honestly, when we started doing that first, we had a tax preparer. We thought we need someone to prepare our tax for us. So a lot of times every year we would go to this person, and it would be ridiculous amounts of money, like $250 something just to prepare the tax.
That's crazy.
Now at that time we had some rental properties and things like that, so we felt that we needed a cover or a shelter because we didn't want to do it by ourselves and get caught up in any audit situation. So once a few years went by, we decided, okay, let's see if we can do this on my own. And actually, my wife is really good with crunching numbers and getting on there on the TurboTax and figuring that stuff out. So she does a lot of my taxes because once I see the numbers, I just
bogged down.
I get freaked out, man. I get stressed. I can't do it. And she's very good at doing that. So that's how we've ended up doing our taxes every year. She takes that on. I try to help as much as I can, but she takes a lot of that on, and I appreciate. Shout out to you, Beck.
Oh my goodness, here we go. I hope she listens to this episode. Okay, big question now. What you do with all those tax monies when you get back? You give it to the kids. You know, how much you get. You don't have to tell me how much you're getting back, but is there any play money in that, or is it just going to just helping
I'm going to go see Diamond. No,
gotta
Diamond. Throw a few bands out in the air. You know, I mean, I earned it.
You buying jewelry?
No, I think that's
who's Diamond?
Lady at the club.
Oh, I thought you going to get. I thought you was going to get your wife's diamond.
No.
I mean, she get a few good bets. You know what I'm saying? She get a few stones.
Stones, a good bet. A good bet.
Yeah, a good bet.
A good bet. Okay.
What about you, Mike? Where your money going?
Money's going usually back to the house, man. We usually try to find a project or something that we wanted to do or fix or work on. A lot of time it goes back to the house. Maybe some credit and some bills that need to be paid off. We try to push that. You know, sometimes we spend a little bit shopping, but...
What about big projects? Oh, we're going to get the carpet redone or stuff like that.
No, not too many big projects, man. We keep it small because we like to, you know, save a little bit, put a little bit here and there. That way, you know, have a little nest egg going into the year, and, you know, just in case emergencies come up. So
nice.
Yeah.
We've been following the Dave Ramsey plan. And it helps with our debt snowball, but sometimes with our taxes, we'll take a large amount and just pay off a credit card or pay off a college loan.
Right.
And I like that, you know, because it's like money you didn't have before.
Right.
And it just helps you get out of this big hole.
Pay
of
the interest off.
Yes.
25%.
Oh, my God.
22% interest.
Yeah, exactly. All that stuff.
Gotcha.
Well, that's cool, man. Thank you for taking down that tax lane, because I think it's interesting that we, three different gentlemen, have three different ideas on what we do with our tax money.
Right.
Invested in the kids and setting it aside.
Back
putting
into the house.
debt and then giving it to Diamond.
And then going to Diamond.
Yeah.
Yes.
Buying diamonds. And,
at the factory on Fifth.
Hey, ball out.
Yeah.
Ball out. That's right. Till it's gone. Do you ball out till it's gone?
Till it's gone.
Till it's gone.
Like I'm walking out the casino. Like
1 month?
I shouldn't have did
how long?
that.
You get
how
the
long
W-2
you keep
I get about 3 months worth of fun out of it.
Oh, my God. I guess
3
that's
months
pretty
worth
good.
of fun out of it.
Yeah.
We'll lead right into the Teach and Tech moment this week. And what we're going to talk about today, and we talked about in the last episode with Google Home, I actually purchased some smart bulbs from our conversation.
Right on.
They're singlet smart bulbs, and they need a hub to work, all right? So let's say you listeners are listening out there and you purchased a Google Home or Alexa. Most of these things require hubs. I think Samsung has a hub and Smart Things. And this particular bulb has a hub called Singlet, and it allows you to control your bulbs using your Google Home. And it's really cool because I talked about setting the mood last time. We're like, hey, Google, go ahead and play Dru Hill. I can tell my bulb, hey, Google, dim the lights to 20%. You know, some sexy Dru Hill comes through the speakers and the lights dim down low. It sets the mood nice. So I would recommend it. Last time I told you that those bulbs are costing, what did I say, like $30 or $60 a bulb?
You didn't give me any.
I'm working on it, okay?
Right.
As of today, when this podcast is airing, what is today? January 19th. The singlet bulbs are on sale for $6 each on Amazon right now. And to get a hub, I got a hub and 2 bulbs for $17.
What happened when you put on that Dru Hill, though, and the lights blare up and somebody hacks in? What, you know, you in the mood and you in the sexy time,
and, and
all of a sudden the lights just go up.
Possessed. It does take us out of the mood a little bit, though. I gotta say, you know.
Okay.
But luckily that hasn't happened yet. It is fun though, and you can put them all around the house. I don't have the dimmable kind, but if you put them in a regular socket and don't touch the switch and just keep them always on, you can tell them to turn off and turn on. I even set mine to come on at 6:15 every morning, so it helps me get out the bed.
Nice.
Yes.
Yep. Nice. So I would get into that. And
different color bulbs and all that stuff.
Yeah, some of the more expensive ones, they have different colors. You know, your red, green, blues, and whites. And they're really nice. They're great for Halloween, or you just want a nice blue light to fall asleep to.
So that's not the $6 bulbs with the different colors.
No,
those
are
a
little more expensive.
A little bit more expensive ones. My $6 bulbs just turn on and off.
So how long? What is the lifespan of the $30 bulbs?
Now these LED bulbs, the $30 bulbs.
Right.
See, they're both LED, right?
Okay.
So I'm guessing they average like 3,000 hours. They say on. You know,
Oh, so
30
you
hours.
got a while.
you got a good while.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
You know, the average maybe 3 hours a day is what your bulb is going to be at, right? So you got a good while before that bulb goes out.
Now, have you seen the bulbs with the speakers in them too?
I have, but
The
you know, my
Bluetooth speakers?
concern about that is you have a Bluetooth bulb, but it's just, I don't know, how good can that speaker sound? Think about how big speakers are, right?
Right.
This is a small speaker above you shooting audio down. That can't sound the best. I'd like to try it, though.
Yeah, that'd be cool to try.
Maybe next time. I see some on sale, so maybe I'll pick one up and we discuss it for Teaching Tech next time.
Cool. That'll work.
Cool. That's
Thanks,
all my
sir.
Teaching Tech. And right now, we're going to take a quick break because we got a lot to talk about with media. Justin's
Man,
got
so
a
much
lot
going
planned.
on. The
And
biggest segment of the
Yes.
of the
Yes.
it is a big
podcast.
segment because we can all kind of jump in and really dig into what we like and what we don't like.
Devised a plan to save a part of America. Just get ready. This is huge.
That's a big
This is
promise.
huge.
I was just
Yes,
anybody
yes,
listening.
yes. This
all right?
is this is
I
this
hope
is
you don't
huge.
think this guy's going to save America.
Make America Hate Again.
Oh.
No. This is definitely part of that slogan. Bringing America back to greatness.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
We'll love to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a
Can't
quick
wait.
break. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. All right, y'all. We back from the break, y'all. This has been something else because we got a lot to talk about, and I was gonna save this for later, but I do enjoy our music, movies, and entertainment section. So
I
Jess is-
appreciate that.
Hey, no problem, man. You got it good. I don't
Much
know how
love.
you have
Much
so
love.
much
You got the
time to
best
look at all
segment,
this
man.
stuff.
People love
I mean, you
entertainment.
just gotta have time for TV, have time for games, and have time for music.
Yeah,
man.
but let's
Everybody
just not
needs that.
talk about R. Kelly though, man.
I mean, everybody loves R. Kelly.
He
You know what I'm
is
saying?
the creator of the
so
Chocolate
do the
Factory.
police
I mean, hey, everybody.
and
Yes,
the lawyers.
The lawyers do love him.
Yeah, they love him.
Yes. But for real though, we're gonna go into. Let's start off with movies, man, or television
So
shows.
right now, the movie everybody needs to be seeing on Netflix, personally, I thought was trash, is Bright.
Now this is the Will Smith movie, right?
Yes. This is a big discussion going around everywhere where there's people that
Back
saw
for
the
the
movie
sequel.
and loved it. Right, the sequel is already
Back for
done.
the sequel.
Yeah, they're already 90 million.
Yes,
90 million, that's
Will
right.
Smith. I'm not sure the other actor that played that.
I don't know either.
Okay,
Egerton.
yeah.
No. Is that? I forget his name.
I'm not for sure, but
You might not want to bring that up if you're not for sure next time.
No, it's okay. I have a hard time
I
with
like
actors.
the way you're trying to ruin this beautiful segment, but it's not gonna happen.
Jeez, E2 Brute.
I don't know who the other guy is.
But with the movie Bright, it seemed like a sci-fi kind of Will Smith, Martin Lawrence movie.
So a buddy cop movie
Yeah, but it's
set in a fictional world where there are orcs, fairies, centaurs.
definitely.
But you know what I liked about it? Well, first off, the writing was kind of
spoilers
bad.
are coming.
Yeah, spoilers if you haven't seen it. But the writing's kind of bad. It's a couple of really cheap language. Where it starts the movie off where he's trying to kill a fairy in his bird feeder.
Right.
And he
Yes.
looks into like practically the camera and says, "Fairy lives don't matter." And I'm just like, oh,
It's a very political movie.
Will, why you say that?
Yeah, it's a
And,
very
and not
political movie.
just that, the way they got this set up with the orcs and the 5,000-year history.
Yeah.
There's nothing explaining that. It's just a few conversations about it.
I like it though.
It's
because-
vague. It's very vague.
See, they're throwing us in a world that already exists. I like its Morgan Freeman voice. Like years ago, there were people and orcs, you know.
Gotta love the Morgan Freeman voice on everything.
No, see, I don't
I
want
wish he
somebody
was
to.
in my bedroom narrating everything I do.
As
I mean,
Jesse pulled down
Right.
his trousers.
Yeah.
No, I don't know where the rest of this is
Yeah,
going.
as he stands in the corner of your room
Yes, sir.
watching the action.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Okay.
might need a camera now since you said.
Oh no, I thought you already had one. You know what? We're not going to give you a bit.
right.
What does that have to do with entertainment?
No. Well, I mean,
Oh yeah,
okay.
maybe it does.
$9.95.
But you didn't care for it.
One tape.
Did you
sold.
at least think Will Smith's acting was good in that movie?
I thought it was normal.
No.
Overacting Will Smith.
Overacting?
Yes.
I didn't think
Anytime
it-
something is
I had a
simple,
teacher in
he
college who said there's no
clenches
such thing as
fist
overacting.
and look at you serious in the face. You see his vein pop. I mean, it
I like-
wasn't really that good of a movie.
I think I like
personally to me.
I like the surrounding characters, the makeup of the different
That is
factions.
true.
The elves.
I
Yeah.
love the elves. They were bad to the bone, man.
The elves are bad in everything.
Elves are cool,
They
you
were
know what
cool.
I'm saying? But I think I like the different factions. I like how they could build the story
Correct.
and take notes from what they did wrong in this one.
Hopefully
make the sequel a lot better. So I thought it was bad. I thought it was rocky.
Hopefully a prequel.
Bad like Sharknado bad though.
Yeah, it was on the shark. It was on the
Sharknado,
and I ain't never seen one Sharknado.
You never seen Sharknado?
I've never seen not one.
Owe it to yourself to look
I have never seen one of those.
Yeah, they are.
But I would say it was bad because I ain't never seen it.
Okay,
I watched Bright.
Okay,
because it was Will Smith and
that's what people got. They saw the headline Will Smith,
and it was $90 million. So I figured for $90 million, this gotta be a good movie.
No, okay, I don't think money should equate to whether or not it should be a good movie.
Oh, absolutely.
It definitely does.
If you spend $90 million, you better have a good movie.
Get Out. What was the budget for Get Out? The budget for Get Out was like practically nothing, right?
$500,000.
No, that's it was in the millions, but it was cheap compared to what it brought back, right? They invested some money in it, but not a ton.
Yeah, but it looked like that.
That makes Bright.
It looked like
worse,
it looked like a cheap
I'm
movie.
Not helping Bright right
You're
now.
not helping, even though it was a good movie, it still was cheap looking. I mean, you had like 4 scenes,
it was like they were on one.
Right, they was in the house the whole movie.
What was that?
Well, what did you think about the whole wine concept?
The wine was stupid. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No. I wish they didn't make. I wish they didn't make Will Smith like as powerful as he was. Do you remember the scene where again, spoilers, everybody, if you haven't seen it, turn it off now and then turn it back on after you've seen it. But when he turned around and dropped all those cops,
yes,
nothing before that made us feel like Will Smith was the best marksman on the force or anything. He just says, "What are they doing? Oh, it looks like they're gonna come at us." And then he just takes his gun and
that happened.
Yeah, where were
I
you?
Must have fell asleep.
Right. He kills like 12 cops with like one.
Will Smith killed cops?
Yes.
Yeah, he killed 4 cops.
Was this at the end?
Yeah.
It was in the middle of the movie.
I must.
It was within the first 30 minutes.
It was the cop tried to arrest him for killing the cops to save him. It was really bad, man.
It wasn't bad.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like the wand. I thought the wand was horrible.
I thought the wand was cool.
It should have been a sword or something.
No.
Yeah,
it's a wand. It's a magic world.
Should have been
a magic
animal.
Wand, though.
You got dragons flying in the
sky.
A
grown man holding a magic wand.
What's wrong with that? Okay.
It's just weird.
Voldemort carried a wand.
It was just weird. I didn't like the wand.
That doesn't help either.
I'm just 2 for 2 now.
I didn't like the wand, man. I don't know what you're talking about today, man. Get Out was a great movie, but it was still a cheap movie.
It was a cheaper movie, amazing movie.
Right.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I wasn't perfect. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. What would you say?
For Bright?
1
Bright.
out of 5.
It gets a 1.
1?
Yes.
And I liked it.
What are some other 1-star movies? Can you think of any? Because 1 is terrible. See, you can't because it doesn't deserve to be that.
Give me next episode. I'll give you another one.
Okay,
you don't remember
this one was for a Netflix original.
You can't remember 1-star movies.
This was a terrible Netflix original.
Oh my!
Even though I was looking forward to it,
dude,
but I did love the factions and the different groups.
Right, the world. I
when
love
when the elves kick butt,
that was nice, but it just didn't. It didn't mesh. They didn't put it well together. I mean, they should have put some past in there. Explain the orc's grandfather history, why his
he was not blooded, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I might need to watch it again.
It sounds like
I don't remember any of that.
What were you doing? I'm convinced, Mike, that when you say you watched the movie, you turned it on and you like.
I turned it on and watched the whole thing, but I don't remember any of these parts that you guys are talking about.
It was that bad,
dude. It wasn't. Okay. What's another thing on Netflix we should be checking out?
The next thing on Netflix we should be checking out is,
I think it was
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle. Yes, the comedy show. Yes, that 5-star.
5 stars.
Yeah.
It was good.
Very good.
You enjoyed the first 2.
Yes, 2. What got me to thinking was he was able to sit there on the second movie and just smoke a cigarette
and just talk to the audience.
Nowadays with secondhand smoke and everything, I was expecting, just
I think
some states it's legal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But back to the stand up, man. It is old school Dave Chappelle. Like, hilarious. I'm not sure why he's not selling out like Kevin Hart right now. I mean, he never did anything.
Why does he need to sell out like Kevin Hart?
I mean, talking about like coliseums and stadiums,
I don't know, man. I don't think that's his bag anymore.
His following, his fan base is so large, man. He'll never need to be as big as Kevin Hart is.
No, I'm just thinking when the greatest comedian next to Richard Pryor comes out of retirement to do something, I was
why is he doing such small, intimate venues?
Why no one flocked to go see him? It's Dave Chappelle. I mean,
so you think if Eddie Murphy came out, people would flock?
Yes.
But see, today's younger generation doesn't know about Raw. They don't know about Eddie Murphy's stand-up back then. Same with Chris Rock.
Everybody know about Raw, bro. Even the young generation.
You think the young generation do?
Nah, I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Yes,
I think the young generation know Kevin Hart. They grew up with him.
Right, but if Eddie Murphy came out of retirement and decided to do stand-up, man, he would be able to sell out Madison Square Garden, I think, in a heartbeat. And I'm just not sure why Dave Chappelle didn't do anything like that. I mean, it just seemed like
you heard
it was
about.
fitting.
Well, I'll let you go first.
Kevin Hart is not that funny to me. I don't know if anybody.
Okay, smack yourself.
I mean, I like his stand-up.
I think he's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy, but his stand-up is not
Which one?
funny,
they
man.
all were hilarious.
I wouldn't call him hilarious, man. I would call him okay. I wouldn't put him up there
he
with
sold out more than any comedian ever.
I get it, man, and
he
people
says
love
it's the
him.
hardest working comedian.
I get it, and people love him, but I
And
don't
do
think
movies
he's the
do
funniest
stand-up.
comedian. I don't think
Comedians
he's the
don't do that. Once they switch to
think
movies,
he's the
they stop
funniest.
doing.
I do enjoy. I think he has a lot of physical humor.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of faces.
Right.
So I can't listen to him in the car on the way to work because I'm missing probably 30% of his jokes because his facial expressions.
Right.
I think he's funny, but if it were coming like him or Dave Chappelle in town, I would want to go see Dave Chappelle.
Of course, we're gonna want to go see Dave Chappelle.
And
but you still can't knock Kevin Hart.
You know, Dave Chappelle has his own. You say he has. Why isn't he selling out Madison Square Garden and stuff like that? You know that service that Dave Chappelle used and a couple of other musicians use with the cell phones. You know about that? In case of our listeners don't know, at a lot of Dave Chappelle shows, he has this new service whose name escapes me right now. But you have to put your cell phone in a pouch, and you get to keep the pouch. But this allows you not to take out your phone, distracting during the show, and you can't take pictures or video and stuff like that. And I wonder if a lot of today's generation, or maybe just people, doesn't have to be generational, would be okay with giving up their phone for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was pretty hard. I don't think I
would give up my phone for Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I give it up too.
Of course I will, but I wouldn't like it.
I don't think he's that funny, man. I've seen Kevin Hart. I've seen his specials, man, and there's other comedians out there. I think that just blow him out the water. He's hot.
What'd you like about these last two segments?
Right now, huh?
The last two segments on Dave Chappelle, though. What stood out about him?
It's so easy. It's effortless for him, man. He don't have to really try to be funny, man. He's just natural. He's got a natural gift.
And you mentioned
talk. It seems like Kevin Hart to me. Kevin Hart is trying to be super funny. I think he overdoes it. I don't know if that's a saying overdoes it, but he'll do it, and it just seems like he's overdoing it. Dave Chappelle will sit in there like he having a conversation with you, and have you rolling. I just
don't. The fourth one was.
Dave Chappelle is the best. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. About that. I can have my opinion just because you riding on Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's not a good entertainer. I'm just saying I don't think he is really that funny. His last special wasn't really that funny.
You gotta smack your other side of your face now.
I ain't gotta smack nothing. You riding on Kevin Hart even though he's not really funny.
I'm saying.
Did you see Jumanji?
Not yet.
You're not going to see Jumanji.
I'm definitely going to see Jumanji.
You're never going to go see Jumanji.
I heard Jumanji was really amazing. I heard it was good.
Jumanji was not amazing.
Did you see it?
I saw it. And Jumanji,
I heard it was good, man.
It was basic.
Oh, basic.
First you got The Rock, and then you got Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
So how many good?
Jack Black.
How many good? Jack Black was funny. He's Jack Black.
Jack Black.
The Rock. How many movies has The Rock been in?
This year, probably 12.
Yeah, but how many were any good that you've actually seen?
I wasn't. I don't keep up with the Fast and Furious series.
None.
Okay.
The Rock's been in a
all
bunch
of Fast and Furious are okay.
Yeah.
They're always.
Oh my God.
I think we might be alienate a lot of people with this.
I'm just saying.
That's fine, but I saw Jumanji.
Okay.
The kids love Jumanji. I thought Kevin Hart was funny, but it was basic.
Does he play like I'm a short guy, I'm gonna get knocked around kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, that's his shtick.
And his chip. That's his act.
Yeah.
So he did his act on the big screen, and it was just okay. If you go see it, the kids loved it.
Yeah.
My wife loved it, but you'll look at it, and there's some funny parts. You'll laugh, but it's like
you sound like a hater.
Whatever, man. You can call me what you want, man. You know what I mean? I'll bust you upside the head with this bottle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
That's stuff that haters do.
But
I ain't hating. No, I told you the man got shoes. He get back. The man got his own Nike gear. Yeah. He don't even have to do comedy. He got a sponsorship with Nike.
I'm just saying, comedy wise, I think he is nowhere near Dave Chappelle.
He's nowhere
But then there's him, and there's no one else.
I can't think of anybody. So you're
putting him, Dave Chappelle, then Kevin Hart.
Yes, you got Dave Chappelle is the king. I mean,
no, I know, but Kevin Hart should not be number 2.
Who should be number 2?
I can't think of a number 2.
I'll think about it. But okay. I don't know, man. I don't think even though he hot right now, I just don't. I mean,
to bring it full circle, and you said this off mic, what Dave Chappelle has in these episodes that he has on Netflix is that you can tell he just doesn't care. He talks about how great he is.
Man.
He talks about living in Ohio and just, doing everyday stuff.
I thought the way he spoke about the transgender situation, it was a little edgy.
It was very edgy.
The message was just beautiful.
It was. I thought it was really good.
It was just him saying, I love everyone, and just because I crack a joke on you don't mean that I dislike you as a race. I am just cracking jokes. And the funny part is, I remember when Dave Chappelle only went to like white venues and only talked to white comedians. The black community didn't really mess with him in the beginning until the Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah, that's
so I didn't get how people get upset with him when it's jokes on everybody.
It's everybody. Nobody's safe. Yeah, I agree. Okay. All right, good, man. Well, thank you for that. What else you got? You got some music for us?
Yes. Saha the Prince, No Dope on Sundays.
Now, what is this? Another trap music?
Actually, not trap music this time. That's probably trap.
If it was going to be trap music, it would have to be
the
trap music segment starting, Jesse.
Can we get some gospel hip hop in here once?
This was a little hip hop, not gospel.
Can we get a mix sometimes?
I mean, Lecrae last album was pretty bad.
Bad? I just think it wasn't. It wasn't a banger, but it was.
I thought
it was okay.
I thought it was decent. I wouldn't say it was bad.
It was bad, bro.
It's one of those.
But he had like 2-3 good tracks.
You have to re-listen to it again. It's one where you don't catch like the first time.
8 songs.
There's
maybe.
13 songs on. There's 13 songs. I'm positive.
I mean, it's just not really.
It was just for that. We're gonna play it on the ride home.
I think. What was Mike Jinks or what's his name? The other gospel rapper. Actually, to me, he's been just blazing the trail.
I don't even know.
David Minor album was.
That's
pretty,
Derek Minor.
With Derek Minor album was pretty good too.
David Minor.
I mean,
you just throwing out random names. That's how we do now. I'm just gonna throw out a random name.
I'm a little off with the name today.
Let Mike pick up whoever name because he listens to all the gospel rappers. Is that what it is?
I'm sorry for you. It'll be okay.
That's all right, man. Go ahead and listen. Now tell me about the Saha the Prince album. What did you like about it?
So the best part about the album was it was actually hip hop. He had messages in the album about love. He spoke about what's going on with these black young men getting killed on the streets and how we shouldn't blame every cop for it. I mean, he even quoted scriptures in the Bible, Job, and he did a rap about that. So it's a mixture of everything.
Okay.
And a little trap.
I knew it had to be a little trap. Goodness.
Always a little trap for you.
Yeah, it's a couple of singles that hit this week too, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake, knowing.
Yes, Justin.
Sucks. But the one,
which one?
The week before, I think it's called.
The first one was Filthy, right, or something?
Filthy was nice. I like the smooth beat on Filthy.
Filthy was pretty.
Cool.
It was different.
It was unique. I like that.
Yes, but the second one, I think it's called Scripted or Pressure, but it's really bad. The beats is horrible. The song is bad.
Really? Don't like it at all?
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, you still listen to the album, though? You're going to give him a chance?
Of course. Every album he has done has been amazing.
Yeah.
So, there's nothing you can really say about Justin Timberlake over one bad song.
So what you think about him getting back and being able to do the Super Bowl? You heard that, right? He's gonna headline the Super Bowl, but my gripe with that is where's Janet? Why can't she come back and
reunite? Do
like a 3-minute song with him so we can get this thing rolling again for her and the Jacksons because they king supreme. You know what I mean? She's a
Many
Jackson.
people said that he should come out or have a segment
reunite,
bring her on stage as a surprise.
Absolutely.
I think America would go crazy.
And grab the other titty.
We're not
getting. We're not. No, it's way too soon.
He gonna sing the same song.
Happy
naked, but into this song, and then just rip the other one off.
Curious to see if
we're not. We don't want to rip anything out, but I think society,
okay.
a lot of things have been going on.
I heard what you said.
Then You always gotta throw.
No.
Stuff in there, man.
You're saying society right now.
I'm saying
how many years ago did it happen?
Years
Close
ago,
to 10 years ago?
I think it's more than 10 years ago when this happened, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So, but now society, you got, even the cheerleaders are half dressed, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Instagram and things like that where people are just showing, things are showing.
Think about
more.
social climate 10 years ago, right? It was before Instagram, before Facebook. Facebook was out, but it wasn't like it was now.
Right.
Snapchat. Things were different, right? You show a nipple on TV. Actually, you didn't even see a nipple. You saw like booby tape across the breast. The world lost their mind. Now think, fast forward to 2018 right now, where current administration says, what do they say? What did I don't want to get political, but he jumps off the boat.
Oh, he jumps off the boat.
Yeah.
He jumps off the bus and said, grab,
I'm gonna grab him by the expletive. And everybody's like, well, that's just locker room talk.
That's just locker room talk.
What are you talking about? People talk like that all the time.
But she's been banned from the Super Bowl.
Never to be seen again.
Can she even go to an NFL game?
Not 100 feet from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't think she can go to a game. But I think it's time for them to, lift that ban. I mean, come on. I mean, that's just ridiculous, man.
Think about how we've grown and changed since.
Right, but I just don't think it's fair for her. I think she should get an opportunity to come back if she wants to.
Is Justin responsible for bringing her back on stage?
I think Justin should be an advocate. Like, hey, I'm doing this. This situation happened because I had a bit to do with it.
But what if they decide that if he does want Janet, that they don't want him to do the Super Bowl? Should he still?
Oh, like saying, we want you back as long as you don't surprise us with a Janet appearance.
Right. So, do you think...
you have to say, I'm sorry, Janet.
They pay me a lot of money,
because this is the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm pretty sure
I would send a letter out and say, I tried to get her, but it affected my contract.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
but
you see how many zeros were on that check?
Yeah, you got to do the Super Bowl. That's major for your career.
Yeah, so. It's going to be kind of tough, though, I think, for him to try to get her. I mean, I definitely would love to see her, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to see her.
Yeah, I think the climate has changed, man, and I think people need to let that go and just let her back in, let her do it. She should have an opportunity to do the Super Bowl just like anybody else.
I agree, because the next year, well, actually, right after that, they tried to get as basic as you can get. I think the Who played next year, the old British band. Yeah, remember them? And they were just
no, they were one.
Yeah, they were one. It was a bad show, but then you had Prince for the Broncos Bears game,
right?
And then, if anybody hasn't seen it, go and look up that. Prince has a guitar that he puts a big sheet in front of him, and then he proceeds to play the guitar like another instrument that he plays well, I'm sure. Thank you. I was trying to paint him a picture.
I think they got the picture.
No, he had to tell him.
My version was better.
It was good. It was very in your face.
Granny, don't listen to this.
Please, Grandma. I'm sorry.
To this one.
I'm better than this.
I mean, that's really what it
that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to show him that. But it's cool. All right.
And he got away with it, and no one said nothing.
Nobody said anything.
Blew my mind.
I wonder because it's Prince,
Yeah.
Because it's what we expect.
I mean, I expected that from... Well, I didn't expect that from Janet.
No, me neither. I didn't think. It was Janet. She still got it. She just had kids, too, I think.
She did.
All right, y'all. This has been a really fun episode. I want to thank you for coming out again. Thank you for listening. Call the Brother Podcast at CALLABROTHA3@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll throw you on a mailing list so you can get updated anytime a podcast goes out. I want to thank you for listening. This has been Jamal. This has been Mike. And this has been Jesse.
Give us a shout out.
Yes, please. Tell your friends about it. Call the Brother Podcast. And we'll be back with more exciting things next time.
Oh, yeah.
See ya.
See ya.
Oh, I butchered that.